Hello, my name's Julie Williams. I'm a registered migration agent with Migration Down Under, and I'm going to be talking about the new Skills Australia funding levy that was introduced on the 12th of August 2018. This fund relates to all nominations lodged from the 12th of August onwards for the temporary skilled stream, the 482, the employer nomination scheme, the 186, and the employer regional migration scheme, the 187. It's payable at time of lodgement, and how the fees are determined are dependent on the annual turnover of the business, as well as the number of years that you're looking at sponsoring the temporary resident. So, for example, for the TSS 482, the fee, if it's under 12, if the business has got a turnover of under $10 million, it's $1,200 per annum. So that $1,200 per annum is multiplied by the number of years that you're wishing to sponsor that person. So if it's 2 years, it's $2,400. If it's 3 years, it's $3,600, etc. And it is payable at the time of lodgement of the nomination. There are certain circumstances where it could be refunded, but that's only under very limited situations. The fee, the Skills Australia funding fee, has been set up to assist with training Australian apprentices and Australian trainees. Now, this is in addition to the government application fee, and it is payable by the employer. There are significant penalties if the payment of the Skills Australia funding levy is passed on to the visa applicant. For employer nomination scheme and the regional sponsored migration scheme, the permanent residency pathway, there is a one-off fee at nomination lodgement of $3,000 for businesses that are earning under 10 million, or got a turnover of less than 10 million. Companies that have got a turnover of greater than 10 million, then the fee is $5,000. And that is per applicant that you're looking at sponsoring. And it has got to do with all applications lodged or nominations lodged from the 12th of August 2018 onwards. This replaces the requirement of having to provide evidence of training, although the obligation does remain for those current standard business sponsors that, if you are ever audited, you do need to be able to show that you did meet the obligation up until the 12th of August of the 1% or 2% training expenditure. Now, the Skills Australia funding levy is introduced to be able to train Australian employees, at the same time making certain that there is a genuine requirement for employers to sponsor and employ the temporary resident. In addition to the Skills Australian funding that was introduced on the 12th of August, there's also been changes to labour market testing, and it has become a lot more stringent, and there are no more transitional arrangements for advertisements that have been lodged prior to this date. Now, advertisements for the TSS 482 have to be for a minimum of 4 weeks, have to be within 4 months of the lodgement of the nomination, and have to have been placed on a minimum of 2 different platforms that are nationwide reaching, so that are can't be advertised in the local newspaper, also cannot be advertised on Gumtree at all. Acceptable forms of labour market testing could be Seek, Indeed, LinkedIn, Job Outlook. They all have to be paid advertisements, and they have to list the company name, the sponsoring employer's name. If a recruitment company is advertising on the employer's behalf, then the recruitment company name has to be visibly there on the advertisement. You also need to be able to list the salary range as well as the name of the occupation and duties and responsibilities. And that is from the 12th of August, that new labour market testing. So that may delay the transfer of applicants that are already on a 457 or a 482 wanting to transfer to another business. Once you were able to do this and have it all done within 5 days, but now that the labour market testing is a requirement, then you will need to have that done for at least 4 weeks prior to the lodgement of the nomination. Obviously, there's a lot more questions there that employers, applicants may have, so don't hesitate in giving us a call on 02 9419 5411, or alternatively you can always email us info@migrationdownunder.com. We've got a team of migration agents here willing to assist you.